Be going live in a moment. Don't know why we're having these kinds of problems. And there we go. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to what we seem to be most successfully streaming so far, Paper Mario. Sorry for a bit of delay getting us started today. YouTube wasn't wanting to respond to my streaming software.
Alrighty, so just to recap what happened last time, for those who have forgotten, we managed to become friends with a ghost pirate who gave us one of the crystal stars that we've been hunting for. We helped reunite, we helped like some piñas, some people like become a head of a new crime organization. That's cool. Go crime. And now we gotta catch a train.
The night train to Mundo Fine.
All aboard! It'll just be a simple train ride. Like, what could possibly go wrong?
Despite the color of the train you got on the rainbow line.
Oh no. Oh no!
Look, the cars are even all different colors.
Imagination!
That's on me, I set that up.
Yeah, that's on you. You have no one to blame but yourself. So now let us depart for Chapter 6. 3 Days of Excess.
And if anyone is wondering, that's why I made the subtitle in the description what that is.
The 3 days of Postulate Heights are gonna be over like that.
Pure Crystal apparently saw your recent tweets as they're responding, I'm still waiting on my order to ship out. Why did I buy Symphogear GX with the Gavan Blu-ray? At least that's what I'm believing the context of their statement is. Yeah, because Alexis just got her copy in today because it was paired with Yuki Yuna as a hero.
No, Yuki Yuna... No,
and Mugen Train.
Yeah,
and
Mugen Train was the problem child. Don't go to Postulate Heights. Get off the train now or a sticky yummy doom awaits it.
Signed, Agatha Christie.
Well, what a freaky threat. You don't think this could be Beldam's work, do you? Well, who are this psycho is? You gotta figure they're on this train, right? You gotta get this net before anything bad goes down on this train.
The irony is I've never seen any adaptation of Murder on the Orient Express. I want to, but I've never gotten a good example of which version of it is the good one to watch.
Alright.
Why is the text like that?
I think she's trying to sing. Also, a fish is cooking. That's funny.
We are counting down... Oh no, counting up.
Hello to you and welcome to the Excess Express. I am the conductor of this train, and I trust you must be Mr. Mario from Room 5. Make yourself at home, sir. What's that? Some sort of a sticky yummy threat? I see, good gracious me. If I hear anything else, I'll let you know immediately.
Is the final boss of this stage a giant cake?
No, you... Honestly, what the final boss of this stage is, you wouldn't even guess, even if I...
Is it some form of food stuff?
Nope.
Then what is this? Could possibly be the sticky yummy threat, Natto?
But don't worry, we have Detective Penguin on the case. Yes, I can say without the slightest hesitation that this feels like a case to me. But what shall we call it? What is the question? That is the question before us. Yes, what to call it? Yes, the Kate of the pot of the super stew that vanished suddenly and mysteriously. Indeed, that will do nicely.
That mouse with the tie looks suspicious.
My dear train passengers, it's a full-fledged mystery, one that impacts you all.
Pure Crystal, did a wizard or a butler do it?
What a mystery! A mystery, you just said. And exactly what kind of dish is that? I am known as Pennington. You will likely not guess it, but I am a detective. And at the risk of immodesty, you might say I have a certain nose for these things.
He doesn't have a nose, he has a beak.
Shush! He is... Hey, do you have the magnifying glass? Are you the detective here? And this little conundrum, my dear fellow passengers, poses no challenge to me.
Furthermore, he's wearing the wrong hat.
The central clue in this case, and also the most vital one as it happens, is that our perpetrator took the whole watch, stew and all, and this, esteemed friends, leads me to believe that the one responsible is you, gluttonous woman!
See, with it only being text, I can't tell if she's overacting or not.
Are you totally cuckoo? I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. J'accuse! I felt I needed to practice my accusation skills. You understand? Yes, sorry. Now let's get serious, shall we? This, I believe, will be a case worthy of my intellect. Yes. I get it. We don't know who the culprit is. And, I guess that's about it, right?
Sure, Crystal. He's a detective, yeah, and the Scooby Gang worked with Mulder and Scully. I mean, there was those couple times where they encountered aliens, so...
And also that time they fought a Dracula.
Of course, Mulder and Scully are Fox, whereas the Scooby Gang are Warner Brothers, for the moment.
You know what? Also, notice we have footprints. So we have to follow we have some clues. Man, this is one messy thief. Hello there!
Media Hood Reviews. Let's get serious. Did the Penguin watch Darkwing Duck? More like Tennessee Tuxedo.
Whoa. What do you want? Sorry about that. Now, what were you just saying? Apart from the kitchen? Oh, I get it. Food gets stolen and you blame the chubby guy. Not nice. What? Drops of stew on the floor outside? No, I wouldn't know anything about that. No, people spill stuff.
Yeah. HJ5's tough luck about the first Ratchet and Clank stream. Yeah, we'll try and redo that from the start after the copyright strikes on my channel expire. I can't risk it right now, even if it's just monetization disabled. Seriously, NBC Universal should not have the rights to go after the stuff. Sony, yes. NBC Universal, no.
He hid an entire pot in his nightstand. So, I'm sorry, I ate it all. It was me!
Chopping shallots?
Yeah.
Was he in a shark suit?
I'm so sorry, but it was a brief moment of weakness. Stupid! Justice has been served. Very satisfying. May this terrible crime never reoccur.
Did you get that in already? Wow. John was ordering a new cooling plate for his laptop, and it's already in. Wow. Advantage of living right next to a Amazon facility.
That is one serious penguin.
I mean, he has to be to wear a blue tuxedo.
You might be wondering, like, Lexi, can't you just simply walk everywhere? No, I'm riding my Yoshi.
Taking to do something else next stream. We're expecting in a couple SMPs, honestly, but yeah, I need to find something else to stream. Considering I'm trying to work on the Xenogears script, we might just take a week off. And then we have something planned for October, which we're not spoiling. DJ Toku, but can the penguin dance? I have a better question. Can can cats dance?
Cats don't dance.
Do they, though?
I mean, if they're feline good enough. I shall take you on as my new assistant. To reiterate, my name is Pennington. I am a detective from Poshley Heights. I am known in some circle as the penguin with the improbably large brain.
Yeah. Braden Eggs, How Does Digimon Survive? Was really interested in buying that. Watch the stream, that's all we've played, and it was absolute devoid of nothing. If you want more actual content of what's going on there, try watching Team 4 Star's streams. They've actually gotten 7 videos into that. It's a really bad visual novel for storytelling, so it takes forever to do anything. So we're not bothering, because that's terrible stream fodder for us.
You, sir, are quite obviously the famed Luigi. Yes, Luigi.
Yeah.
No? I know all about the famous Luigi.
How does he not know that the most basic thing about Luigi is that he dresses in green?
I just... Why does Mario keep getting misidentified as his brother?
Heh, join a cow. Alexis, get off the Yoshi. The professor said there is a time and place for that.
Oh yeah? Make me!
GTK Dagwan, do you think the Desire Driver might taunt the Build Driver in playability?
May I answer that? I honestly think it might, because the fact that, like, just out of box from what you get, you have, like, a possible, like, 10 combinations with, like, just 2 gimmicks, like, 2 of the collectible gimmicks. I think that's insane, because, like, I feel like a problem with a lot of drivers is that there's not a lot of playability right out of the box. Like, if you get the, like for example, the 0-1 driver, right? As cool as that is, all you get is Rising Hopper in it.
Yeah.
Right, like, you need more keys to accentuate the driver, but there's not a lot of play value out of the box, you know?
Yeah, the one thing is that you had, like, close to 80 full bottles with the Build Driver by the end, and that made for a few thousand combinations. O's has like 4,000 metal combinations once you include all the extra canonical ones, and that's just been increased with the new introduced Taj Eternity and Goda medals. So even then, it's not topping Decade, which can canonically change into everything before a form count, but for collectible trinket playability, Desire Driver is probably going to be up there. Media Hood, why is the screen suddenly yellow?
Oh, we're in the afternoon now.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Braden Eggs, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection details we've been getting makes me excited. Andrew Francis coming back to play Mega Man as the active navigator on the top menus is a fantastic detail, and I'm interested in what else they'll add. Because we already know from one of the other leaks that, for the very least in Battle Network 3, the tournament-exclusive battle chips, Punk, as in Punk's Giga Chip, and the base GS chip are going to be unlockable through the Navi Customizer. So even if they do nothing else for freebies for that, then everybody should be good, because Bass GS is a battle chip in the chip folder. That's a practical instant win button through a lot of the game. Especially if you combo that with everything you can get out of the number trader, because obviously you get a program advance immediately in Battle Network 3 for that.
You see, these are high tier pro gamer strats right here. Riding the Yoshi increases velocity. Too bad the Yoshi wasn't red though, so he would go faster.
Yeah, but he's the black color scheme means he can tank more stuff.
Ah, true.
Jonathan Johnson, have you played Digimon Dawn and Dusk? Years ago when I was in college, when those games first released. They're fun. I wanted to do something with them for the show, but doing Digimon stuff just kind of petered out after a while.
Ah, yes, nighttime. You think, like, Luigi gets mistaken for Mario for some reason?
I think he gets mistaken for Mario Luigi and Luigi Mario.
So we're on the hunt for a missing blanket.
Heaven forbid he be mistaken for Chris Pratt.
Oh god, no, no, no.
Or even worse, John Leguizamo.
Ah. Why?
I like that old Mario movie. And yes, I know it was Bob Hoskins as Mario in that. I was going for the multi-tier mistaken as for Luigi thing.
So you found me! Well, as you see, I'm a ghost. I'm cursed to haunt this place. A blanket? Well, yes, the conductor did leave one here. He didn't realize that I'm a ghost. A yummy, sticky threat. No, no, I have left no such thing. I can't even hold physical objects like pen and paper. What, you just want the blanket then? Well, I'll tell you where it is if you do something for me. What do you say? All I need is your life! Nah, just kidding. Actually, I passed away this cabin many years ago. I think my luggage is still in the baggage car here. That my bag is a diary I kept since my earliest childhood days. Woo! And wow, this ghost is still around because he was afraid that somebody would read his diary.
The ghost is still around just because he's an enormous windbag! Here, Crystal. Missing blanket? What is this, Linus from Peanuts?
Don't you dare read my diary! Because if you do, a horrible fate awaits you.
Yeah. DJ Toku just got through a Toho Kaiju-thon. I was wondering what our favorite Toho Kaiju movie... Toho Kaiju that isn't Big G. There's just Rodan because they like the movie. I'm kind of a fan of Mothra, to be honest. Though that original Rodan movie is pretty damn good. I have a copy of it. I've seen it. SF Debris actually did a review of it this week, and it's a pretty fair assessment of the film.
I actually have never seen Rodan.
And we can toss that up on our monster movie watch list.
Yeah, definitely.
Considering we are actually doing a Toku Watch Month to celebrate the Gavan Blu-ray happening, and I found new copies of Gokaiger.
Alright, let's go talk to a ghost. Now here's a question. How did... Like, I just want to know, like, why did the ghost die on the train? Was he murdered? Did he die of a heart attack? Like, what happened? The world may never know.
Terror of Death. All hail King Caesars. And their Caesar salad.
What about Little Caesar's pizza?
No.
Oh, he's ascending into heaven. Well, actually, maybe not. I've been here so long, I've gotten kind of used to it. Wallpaper's so great. Be able to stay here just a little while longer. I can leave whenever, so that's all there is to it. Whoa. Freeloader.
HJ5 doesn't know the name, but they like the one that looks like a giant chicken with chainsaws for arms. That's Gigan.
Ah, yes, Gigan.
Yeah. Media reviews. Are the original Toho Kaiju films available to watch anywhere? Yeah, I don't know where they are. I just know that do not buy the Criterion collection because they don't have the dubs. How the fuck did they exclude the dubs from that collection?
And it's also like...
Especially for all the films that were unedited.
Also, the actual packaging they come in is like...
Obnoxious.
Obnoxious. Like, it couldn't have just been a standard Blu-ray size collector's edition case. Oh no, it has to be like the size of a children's storybook.
Oh, and to just give off my usual updates on my Gal Ranger SMP customization project, I got a base Gal Devil done, but I am not anywhere near where I should be on that yet, because I still have to fashion some customizable parts so I can make it so the jaws can go up over the shoulders to mount up Gal Bat, but I've got the sides of the jaw all disassembled into something working.
Alright. That's day 1. Day 2.
Phantom666, do you think Bokurano and or Valve Rave will fit in Super Robot Wars?
Okay, actually that's a good question because
I'm surprised. I think Valve Rave has been in the mobile game.
Yes, Valve Rave has actually appeared in Super Robot Wars DD. I'm not sure to which capacity. I don't think anybody's translated the story, so I don't know if it's implemented well or not. But funny you mentioned Bokurano because before the game went out of service, Super Robot Wars Cross Omega did a bunch of mini crossovers, you know, with properties that, like, theoretically could work in a Super Robot Wars game,
but they have a lot of heavy story.
It's like a tangential thing. Like, they had Minky Momo, and Minky Momo met with Haman Karn just because of the
pink hair.
The pink hair similarity joke, and also that one time Minky Momo did actually summon a giant robot. But back on Bokurano, they actually were in Cross Omega, and they actually crossed over with Ideon, and that actually kind of makes sense because Ideon's whole thing is rebooting a universe, so theoretically it becomes in a better state than the previous one. And Bokurano's whole darkness comes from the fact that even if you win the whole game and your universe is saved,
they still die.
Yet you still die, and you have to perpetuate the cycle with other kids. You want it?
Yeah.
So it's like, honestly, a universal reboot would probably be the better option for them at that point, you know?
Reviews on the Monsters of Gal Gaigar. Really damn impressive. Just in general. There's an amazing setup for how they're created. The dangers of them being defeated and that requires them being defeated quickly are well explored. As is the whole horror aspect of even if you defeat the monster, doesn't necessarily mean to save the host. As long as, because you need Mamoru around to purify the core. Wizard of Wonders asking how many days here? 3. Yep. Long weekend.
It's been 3 days if you look at me.
Or as it's also known, a standard weekend for us, thanks to our work schedules. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Braden Eggs admires people that can build gunplay and model kits well. They're always afraid their lack of skill will ruin them. It's not honestly that difficult, so you just need to, like, start with some of the simpler ones. I think that's why Bandai started producing entry grade ones. Videohood is responding that the biggest issue is just getting the sprues fell down, and honestly, if you have the right type of part nipper, then you really don't have to deal with outsticking runner sprues that much, or nubs left over from them, because they can cut well enough that it's a smooth cut. The nippers I have from USA Gundam Store are actually really good for that. They rarely have leftover nipped nubs.
My dear Luigi, your timing is impeccable. A new case has arisen. Now then, Mr. Businessman, please explain the facts to my assistant Luigi. Okay, here's the deal. When I woke up this morning, my briefcase was gone. It contained all the contracts for our next deal and even our new product prototype. If I don't recover it, I'll lose my job at the least. Next part is vital. So tell Luigi very slowly. Of course, our company's new project is Nitro Honey Syrup.
Yeah. H85's hearing that song makes them want to see me review the dub of the Digimon movie, which is not gonna happen. No Toei. I hate the dub. Not the entire dub of the Digimon series, just the dub of those movies. DJ Toku, if they lived in a Gundam Build Fighters Divers-like world, they'd have Gunpla by the truckload. I mean, I have a closet, so I understand the feeling. Though honestly, if we had a Playmo world where Playmo could be animated, I think a lot of people would have more fun, not just customizing, but like other Bandai Playmo products would probably get in the mix. So like the SMP lines would also be counted as stuff that could be competitors, and then you get all those franchise brand rights that'd be trying to swarm their way in.
I mean, like, honestly, I'm just really glad that it seems to be in an age with Bandai where they're willing to diversify and go outside the normal Gundam wheelhouse.
Yeah, which is why Alexis and I are still hoping that a real grade Gurren Seisen will be happening soon, because it cannot just be left up to the Lancelot. And as I said before, the only reason I will ever buy their Lancelot out beyond release from earlier this year is to remodel it into either the Lancelot Grail from the manga side stories, which are focused around Maribel Mel Britannia, who is an actual interesting character, or to turn it into a red version of it that's a Callan-based unit. Well, that or to just mutilate it with my heat tools to make it look like it was exploded by the Gurren. Then there's the 30-minute missions kits. Yeah, we have not gotten much of those. Well, okay, I should rephrase. We've gotten weapon kits from those, but we've not actually gotten any of the actual figures from that, considering a lot of them just don't appeal to us. I know the point is their customization, but their aesthetic has not been quite right for us.
Right. But hey, I know people are enjoying them, otherwise they wouldn't keep making them,
yeah,
right?
And the Witch from Mercury stuff is supposed to be cross-compatible with a bunch of their newer stuff, so I honestly think that's the best thing they could do, to just make the 30-minute missions accessory kits be cross-compatible and extra weapons and accessories for everything else in the high-grade line. Honestly, I'm considering putting away more of my master grade so I have more room to display things in the 6-inch scale, considering how many 6-inch figures I've been getting that all consistently fit together. Not every master grade. I'm still going to probably keep the Star Build Strike on my set, because where it is right now, with the newer stuff I've been filming, looks really good, but I might reorganize the shelves again. Oz the Reflection, yes. I am still baffled that has not been fan translated to my knowledge. Like, I've got synopses for every chapter archived, but not the actual chapters themselves.
Get back here, you dang celebrity!
Lindsay Brown, does Witch from Mercury take place in the same timeline as Iron-Blooded Orphans?
No, it does not.
No, it does not.
It's a completely different universe. Because in the Gundam franchise, when in doubt, put it in a separate universe.
Mediocre reviews. Just to bring up the Transformers model kits, have you picked up any of the Farai models? And if so, which ones? Alexis got the Optimus Prime and Megatron ones.
Yeah.
I got Rodimus, Leo Prime, and Windblade. The Windblade one is terrible, not because of its aesthetic. If people are into the overly feminine design, all power to them. No, it cannot balance on its feet, and it cannot hold its weapons. The two things it needed to do. Leo Prime and Rodimus are on my set right now. I don't have many complaints with those. Hell, Leo Prime is awesome because they gave it a cape. Velvet.
Riverside Station. Oh yeah, you think you can hold me? No way, Beldon would flip if I let that happen. Dupless. Beldon's planning to gooify Mario didn't exactly work, so I'll be cutting and running now. I'll leave the rest to Beldon. See ya, suckers!
DJ Toku, would you consider reviewing any Gundam shows or films, or is that not a feasible prospect? That's why I did the Super Robot Wars reviews, because that's basically my side stuff where I would, recap a series and all those and give my opinions of them. That was the review. That's why I'm doing Super Robot Wars, so I can talk about the series without having to worry about copyright strikes from the rights owners. It's the entire point of it. I even said that in the first Super Robot Wars video I did, is why I'm doing that.
Alright, so now that we've returned to Lost Items, let's depart this train.
Now, the entire reason I put together that gigantic, ridiculously oversized Code Geass review, which is going to have to be in almost all still frames, is simply because my opinions and analysis of the Code Geass series just ballooned so much that it would need to be its own video. But doing it for just standard Gundam, where I can explain my issues, thoughts, feelings, and general opinions in brief, because basically anyone who'd be watching the video would know Gundam, yeah, I don't really think I need to do separate Gundam reviews, especially considering I'm having such difficulty producing stuff as it is. Cure Crystal, whenever someone tried to shove me down the fate rabbit hole, you'll never take me alive! Yeah, it's not actually that difficult to get into Fate. You just watch things in the way it was chronologically released, and that's it.
Yeah, it's literally
that simple.
And or crazy thought, download the visual novel and play that. Like, I don't like that perpetuating idea that getting into Fate is complicated, because it's really not.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
There's a lot of entries now.
But, like, as far as, like, the base stuff, like, just watch Fate Stay Night and go from there, you know?
Yeah, and people who say you should start with Fate Zero really do not understand what's going on in the story. Anyone who says Fate Zero is the best Fate series, honestly needs their head examined.
It's definitely deserves a reevaluation, because
because a lot of its problems are rooted from Gen Urobuchi, and, the whole thing with Gen Urobuchi being that people have soured on a lot of his work.
And also the fact that in Fate Zero, he kind of gets Arturia's character, but kind of doesn't. But he kind of does, and he's kind of back and forth as to, like... You know what I mean? Like,
and Gen Urobuchi is not the only one who wrote Fate Zero, so it might be a case of he's the one who didn't get the character, but so that came off when he was writing them. Mm-hmm. So that it ends up being a whole narrative inconsistency thing.
Mm-hmm. Stupid sentient clouds.
Yeah, it more seems to be a, no, it's just not their thing, which is completely fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is fair. Thoughts on Zoids? I love Zoids. I really wish there would be a Blu-ray recollection of the original 4 anime series, and finally getting us Genesis for that matter, which I'm hoping Discotech can do on the grounds that 1, Hasbro would let them, and 2, the rights for those series with Viz have expired. If they've not, then Viz needs to finally do it because they're out of series that they have licensed to that they can put on Blu-ray. Aside from, obviously, the 1000-Year Blood War arc, which hasn't debuted yet, and we won't get Blu-rays of that for a while. From Bleach. Thoughts on Sage's Evangelion videos?
I have not seen them.
I have not bothered watching them since anything Sage has on Evangelion since his End of Ava review, which I just generally did not like. I get that the guy has a negative overall opinion of Evangelion, that's fine, but he goes out of his way to miss the fucking point.
That's also not saying knocking the guy in any capacity, by the way. Like,
yeah, it's as much the character he portrays in his videos that rubs me the wrong way with that, but it's just not... His general view on Evangelion is just not pleasant. Maybe he revised that opinion in his more recent videos, I don't know, I just decided not to bother.
Yeah. Remember, folks, you don't have to engage with every little thing that you see. Like, you can always just, like...
Like, you don't have to agree with every internet reviewer out there that you generally... rephrase. You don't have to agree with every opinion a internet reviewer puts out there. You can be free to disagree and not engage with them on this one thing. Case in point, I decided not to engage with Linkara's general Toku reviews after... Not to say the History of Power Rangers stuff, no, that stuff's still fine, it's like, but the other ones people Patreon him to review after, you know, there were some oddities going on with them where, I'm not saying he didn't do the research, but the Ranger Wiki exists, and the Toku Wiki teams just put a lot of effort into making sure information is accurate, and it's just a lot of his blah blah blah, I do not care about this, could just be solved by, oh hey, look this up. Again, not to say those reviews are bad, it's just something that annoyed with me about the early ones, so I just stopped engaging with them.
Yeah. We're kind of just actually flying by with this, to be honest.
Here, Crystal, what do you think would be a red tape issue with the Brave series coming to Blu-ray over here?
Oh, like something...
Possibly Nozomi or Entertainment existing, because when Media Blasters originally imported Gao Gaigar, Nozomi Entertainment did not exist as a licensor of Sunrise Anime. But otherwise, that's the only thing I can think of, because Media Blasters has said they don't have rights to the license anymore, and they've said that if we want to get it, we should ask Discotech. Discotech themselves are busy with a bunch of projects, so it might be in the works, but considering they're working pretty hard on Gunbuster right now, that seems to be their biggest project, or one of their biggest backlog projects, outside of just translating and stuff that's not going to get dubbed.
I'm really excited for the Gunbuster dub, by the way.
So if they were to do Gao Gaigar and head it on the back burner, my biggest guess for why they would not be announcing it is they might be considering completing the dub, considering it was only half dubbed, and most of the cast from that are still around. But that's my only guess of if they have it, on what they might be doing. Plus, you know, there's a bunch of other stuff that they could possibly be doing, because they're really the only ones that are actively attacking the popular anime backlog in older 80s, 90s, early 2000s stuff. So we can't say that they should do everything.
Even though we would kind of like it if they did, but... Stupid sentient clouds! Clouds, man. Clouds.
Pure Crystal doesn't like Professor Otaku's review of Persona 4 the animation. I have no idea who Professor Otaku is.
I know who he's referring to. He was like an old anime reviewer. Not sure if they're still active or not, but he tended to have opinions that felt like they were snarky for the sake of being snarky, you know? And also a lot of opinions that just made me like scratch my head as to like what his deal was. Honestly, I don't recall that review at all, but considering it's Persona, it's more than likely that they missed the entire point or something.
Probably, considering Persona 4 is one of the best game to anime adaptations there exist. Lindsey Brown asks, Guy heard a dub, I've only seen it ever seen it subbed. Yeah, Media Blasters in the 2000s released the entire series on DVD. The issue is most people only have access to the fan subs, and the fan subs are wrong on a lot of details. The largest one being that they write Guy Shishio's name as G-U-Y, when the proper translation has it as G-A-I. And the kanji that Guy's name is spelled with backs everybody up on the G-A-I interpretation because you don't use loanword or foreign word spelling with kanji. This is my consistent point on this. But yeah, due to them working on the re-release of Go Lion, as in the base series that Voltron was originated from, they stopped producing the dub, and the entire back half of the series was just in this The Power box set. So they had 5 DVDs that only got released in this one yellow box set, whereas the first half of the series is in a green Bullet X box that actually releases 5 individual DVDs. The fan subs, however, are the way most people first see the series because the fan subs for Gao Gaigar predate the Media Blasters releases. And this is actually the problem that's not understood in that the Media Blasters subtitles were a correction of the fan subs. So this is the superior version. No one uses it because it's out of print. Long out of print.
Like, the fact that he is even holding it in his hands right now is incredible.
Now I gotta put that back on my set. Front page news, Alexis yells at the cloud. Media Hood reviews. We can't stop here. This is Cloud Country.
Amazing.
DJ Toku, quick question. How often do Shiji, Ikari, and Akiko Tenkawa interact in Super Robot Wars games? It varies game by game. I don't remember them having interactions in Super Robot Wars V. I'm pretty sure they have one in Z, though. And there's this infamous scene of Shinji being surrounded by more hot-blooded protagonists yelling, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, and he's just standing in the middle of it all, like, all depressed. It's like, this is, like, not my kind of energy. Can you guys chill, please?
Lindsey Brown, very interesting. I, for one, vote for at least a small video discussing the differences. When I get to Super Robot Wars T, I will go into that more in depth. The dub is actually very funny because Guy's English voice actor is Dean Venture.
Have you ever seen the Venture Brothers? Like,
Michael Sinter Nicholas actually is in a lot of stuff. I like him as a voice actor, but it's just hilarious.
It's like, so,
because he is not Nobuyuki Hiyama, and anytime you try and watch Guy in English, it's just, you hear Dean, and you can't help, and you can't dissociate it.
It's like, so, Guy, what color is the sky?
Tuesday, it's Wednesday, it's a lightish, that was Hank.
Okay, and what's today's date?
Sagittarius. Is Super Robot Wars T a game with Code Geass? No, that's Super Robot Wars X and Super Robot Wars 30. T is the one with Mike Gine, Gal Gaigar, Gunsword, Mazinger Infinity, Getter Robo, not to Devolution yet, but it's the Apocrypha stuff. Gunbuster, Expelled from Paradise. I'm just on the first introduction use of Ray Earth. I really think Ray Earth should have been an X, though.
It should have, but for how they were handling it in T, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Ray Earth is a great series. Let's see here. Dang it.
John556 will review X. It's part of my big Code Geass project for 2024. And that project is for 2024 because I have not been able to work on that project all goddamn year.
Because, you know...
Stuff. Not how... Also, part of that being the big computer failure that took up the first third of the year. Half of the year, actually, considering it finally got resolved in June. So yeah, X has been recorded since 2020, not 2020. No, yeah, 2020. Yeah, I did that winter. In fact, everything has been recorded for a while now. The problem is just getting the time to write it after finally producing the videos that are going to be for next year, which I am still working on because this year has been absolute hell for my production schedule.
Look, it's just a head.
Incoming message from the small, flaccid head.
It cloned itself!
Ana Prezienza. Thoughts on skipping Catgirl arc from Puto BI? Not that big a deal.
It's like...
It was a 3-chapter arc. It would have been just one episode. Who knows? They might get back to it at the end of the season.
And, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, when you're adapting something, you have to ask yourself, Alright, something's gonna get cut eventually, but what is it can we cut without, like, compromising the big stuff? Right?
Yeah, and my biggest issue with the Futopia adaptation is they're putting too much emphasis on bashing Shotaro, and Riku Sanjo, when he wrote stuff, it usually, when other characters would insult Shotaro, they would generally be proven to be in the wrong about either their opinions or they themselves would be shown to be much worse than him in a important pursuit that was not, you know, that was usually his wheelhouse. We've actually gotten a much more balanced take on him in the first episode of the current arc they're adapting, with him knowing things off the hand that Philip doesn't. So I'm liking that, but it's just the first two arcs where they could not dial it back. It's a problem of placing too emphasis on the wrong thing in the adaptation. It basically, for Kamen Double, for those who missed my review of the series, don't take Akiko's word as gospel. That is the biggest thing. Peace. Plus, they're using the cat arc as an opener for the next season of Futopia. That they could do too, as just a quick reintroduction for those who didn't catch season 1. But yeah, that's basically my only problem. I don't have the issue with them using transform for Henshin, because even though Henshin is specifically the phrase used for transformation and not just, you know, the Japanese stuff, as we've seen from stuff like, say, Fai's Paradise Lost, where a foreign language voice actor still said Henshin. Or the Kabuto belts, for that matter. Yeah, there's no problem with that. Pure Crystal, are you sure it's because of the Crunchyroll subs or the fact that they got the writer of Cross Ains from the Shotaro bashing? No, I'm not saying it's the Crunchyroll subs, I'm saying it's the actual script adaptation. Rephrase. The adaptation, the person who's writing the scripts who is adapting the anime from the manga, not the translators for Crunchyroll. And okay, it could be something from the translators placed too much emphasis, but it's in the actual Japanese dialogue as well, not just the subtitles that's translating their stuff. Like, if you actually read the actual Futopia manga chapters, they place a lot less emphasis on it. It's more like offhand humor. I'm explaining myself badly on this, but it is emphasized differently in the anime than it was in the original series.
Good old Earth Tremor.
Pure Crystal, favorite set of shorts at the end of Futopia's anime. Do not question me.
I love the fact that they're doing the Silver Gear Shinai thing for Futopia.
Yeah, H85 is using the transform is fine from your subs. The pops thing for Shotaro bugged me a bit more. Yeah, that bugged me as well. I mentioned that on Twitter with the first set of subs, simply because Shotaro is extremely respectful to Sokichi. So the Ulsan from him always comes off more as a slang for boss, because Ulsan can be used as slang for boss, not just as slang for pops. Which more comes from the Lupin source material, and I'm not the only one that pointed that out. I don't know if it'll be corrected, because Crunchyroll is terrible about correcting their subs, but they're both valid translations. Just one more emphasizes how much how much Sokichi meant to Shotaro. DJ Toku, this may be anime heresy, but what was the best thing to ever come out of the dread halls of 4Kids?
Okay,
I want to say when they could not possibly get around anything in their work on a series, so probably Shaman King.
Yeah. And, like, okay, I don't think a lot of 4Kids series had bad voice-acted dubs. It would just be the scripting that's the problem.
Yeah, the script the Japanese to English script adaptation was terrible from them consistently. It was all on their side reasoned by politics and censorship standards and all the stuff you don't shove into dubs. It's like, even if you're changing the dialogue, it should still be representing the same intent of the scenes and the characterization, but instead they would so often just change the characterization just because they could. Also Dragon Knight, but they did not want Dragon Knight. That's why we didn't actually get the last few episodes aired. They had to be put up on streaming. 2003 TMNT, fair enough. It's just like the 2003 TMNT series is not exactly anime or Japanese or adapted from Japanese material.
But it was pretty good.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, but I've got nothing against it.
Yeah, you're not a shellhead.
People are saying the Shaman King anime that's on Netflix is not good. I've not seen it.
I think it's running into, from what I understand, from what I've heard people talk about it, the issue isn't the actual animation, like that part. It's how fast and how much time they are adapting stuff. You know?
Oh yeah, because they adapted a longer material into 52 episodes, and the early stuff, which got more time in the original anime, is hyper condensed, kind of like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Except over a longer span of time than Brotherhood's condensation.
So guess what? We get a new power-up. Ultra Boots!
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
Hi, it's me again, Toadette. It's nice to see you again. What, now, way to get the Ultra Boots. Now your jump attack power will go way up. You can use a new jump technique, too. Let's practice it right now. It's a little hard, but I know you'll get it. Just hold down A and rotate this,
Yeah, the one unfortunate thing about the new Shaman King anime is just that it was Yoko Ikasa's chance to finally get out of her typecasting. Yeah, there's a reason when I did my Yu-Gi-Oh! Reviews, I started out with my condemnations of 4Kids saying that none of that applied to the voice actors. I did not think there was a bad performance in any of the New York area voice actors that they would tap for those projects. It was always just like some direction, honestly, when they had some of the poorer directors. The direction of those was also generally not terrible. It just happened on occasion, but it was generally just the scripts.
Yep. I mean, come on. Eric Stewart's Kaiba, may not be 100% accurate to the character, but gosh dang it,
he has charisma. Eric Stewart, in general, as a voice actor, always admits charisma.
And honestly, for Kaiba as a character, don't you kind of want somebody who could do that kind of charisma? Also, the fact that he's Gowry is still hilarious to me. Yep, we're going at a pretty brisk pace, to be honest, because I think we're actually close to the boss. Well, not.
Yeah, we just crossed the 1 hour streaming mark.
Awesome! So we are making excellent time then.
Cure Crystal, Ultra Boots, what is he going to do? The Monty Python foot gag? I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, that's just the one where a giant boot comes out of nowhere and squishes you.
Oh yeah, giant foot on.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, there's all, was it Monty Python? But there's a bit where, like, a lawyer's reading off, like, the last will and testament of a guy, and it's like, and all you'll get is a boot to the head, and just, like, flings boots at people.
And one for the wimp.
One for Jenny and the Wimp.
I think people more know of that now thanks to Phoenix Wrong than the actual original, script, stand-up comic, no, that's not, sketch comedy set, bit.
Yep, so all the way down, we just need to reactivate a switch. And,
they look like living steel wool. So they're steel sheeps. Boots of Ed was not Monty Python Media Hood reviews, it just gets thrown into there together with the cultural osmosis references. I think that's it was a Canadian sketch comedy series.
that's what it probably was.
Yeah. Because they named a bunch of Canadian locations, so I know there was a sketch comedy series from Canada that got broadcast here. I just don't know the name because I generally do not like sketch comedy.
Well, at least we fixed the bridge.
Dark Cloak 100, have you heard of the Summon Night series? I have not.
Kids in the Hall might have been the one. Oh.
Terror of Death. Someone who's been watching a lot of Ultraman lately, can someone please explain to me the Ultraman Cosmos controversy? Ultraman Cosmos' main actor got accused of a crime he was later acquitted of, but in the time he was, indicted and suspected, they had to replace him as an actor, and pause the show, resulting in a bunch of movies that, well, not a bunch, but a few movies that basically excluded him. I think the show got, while that was happening, reran some episodes and cut together some episodes without his character. I'm just basing us off the top of my head because I don't have a lot of first-hand experience from it, just what I read from the Ultra Wiki. But the Ultra Wiki has the bigger breakdown of that all. Because Aldo and company are generally spot on about archiving as much of that as accurately as they can.
So yeah, our next stop is Poshley Heights. Let's just go to sleep, and nothing weird is gonna happen.
Jinx.
Alright.
Wizard of Wonders, wait, did they just leave that Toad behind? Well, you see, Frog and Toad are friends.
Yeah.
Here, Krista, have you had to rank the subs of modern import companies, which would be from worst to best? Yeah. Honestly, best would be Discotech, because they put the most general effort into it. Crunchyroll is mid-tier. Milk Creek and Shad Factory are consistently the worst.
Yeah, but look at this. We're being swarmed.
Nozomi, I'd also place highly, probably under Discotech, as well as Sentai Filmworks, since they make sure to retranslate stuff from what Crunchyroll does, which Crunchyroll I have complained about several times has not been adding in stuff they did not from their original Simulstream broadcast, which is why Simulstreams these days so irritate me. I know there's one under Crunchyroll with their releases, but they don't release much. Or under Crunchyroll, but above Sentai. And I don't want to say Media Blasters, because Media Blasters hasn't been releasing a lot, but a lot of what they've done is just a, no. Media Blasters have rechecked their own stuff. They actually retranslate it fresh, but, a lot of what Media Blasters have been doing recently has been just re-releases of stuff they had licenses to before. HJ5, is Funimation their own thing, or didn't they connect with Crunchyroll? I'm counting Crunchyroll as both Funimation and pre-merger Crunchyroll now, because Funimation's entire brand has been consumed by Crunchyroll. Even when they release anime dubs now on Blu-ray, it's still all going to be branded Crunchyroll. Viz I'd actually rank higher than Crunchyroll, again, because they actually took the time to make sure they got everything, including signs and songs, which, again, Crunchyroll keeps forgetting to include in their Blu-rays. It's the big problem, and people have gotten really mad at them about that, and if there's something is screwed up in the Simulstreams, Crunchyroll/Funimation has not fixed them for their goddamn Blu-rays. Or if something was missing in them, not just wrong.
So yeah. So that witch Beldam, those black things were part of her backup plan.
Of course they are.
If she can't kill us with explosive gooey syrup, then she's gonna kill us with those things.
Media Hood Reviews. Didn't Viz redub Sailor Moon? Yes, they did, from the original Deke, and I forget who did it after the Deke dub expired, for the later seasons that were broadcast as part of Toonami or right before Toonami, because there was I think it was the same voice actors, but a different dub production team for Sailor Moon S and Super S, and then Viz, so they could do a dub of Sailor Stars, the 5th season we never originally got, they decided to redub the entire anime, and then use, I think, a different voice cast than them for Crystal, so it's a bit odd from that, or did they use the same one? I am honestly forgetting, because that was a while ago. HJ5 was hoping one day that Funny would fix the subs for Gridman/Dynazenon, such as stuff like the Neon Genesis students. Yeah, everyone called them out on that, but they did not fix that.
Smart.
Because it's supposed to be new generation junior high school students as a reference to the new generation Ultraman, because for us, Gridman was making a lot of Ultra series references, not a reference to Evangelion. The confusion happens because the actual title for Evangelion in Japanese is Shinseki Evangelion, which translates as New Era or New Generation. But unfortunately, when it was put into English, Gainax, and specifically Ano, wanted to go with the translation of Neon Genesis, or New Genesis, because at the time they were emphasizing the Christian religious gimmick, because they later said that it was a gimmick, and they made many, many mistakes with actually emphasizing that, because people got what the show was about wrong. So that was honestly on them. But to put that into a show that was not in any way referencing Evangelion by the Funimation translators was wrong. And we called them out pretty hard on that when Forest Gridman first aired. It was not fixed. This is the problem, again, with simulcasts and Funimation/Crunchyroll. They don't correct it when it goes for the Blu-ray. The only one that they did correct that we know of for the Dynazenon stuff was the mirror instead of mummy mistake, and that's just because people were anal about mistakes about Dynazenon this time after their screw-ups with Forest Gridman.
So yeah, this is the boss of Chapter 6, Smorg.
Oh no, we're being invaded by Heartless. Full Power Gridman looks a lot like Gal Gaigar. Well, Full Power Gridman is based on the original Thunder Gridman from the original 1993 Toku series as a reimagining, but obviously with more modern mecha mechanics, and since, you know, it's partially a mecha reference, it kind of makes sense to have a bit of a Gal Gaigar aesthetic to it. Primarily because, drill tank armor equipment, yeah, that came from Gridman first. Okay, actually, it might have been earlier Brave series, considering the Brave series started like 1990, but it was used differently. They're both Takara-based designs, and they liked drill tanks. HJ5 is just... Like, I've seen some things that show the series has some visual Ava references, but that in specific is more annoying. That's, again, the funny story with Evangelion, because Evangelion was basing a lot of its aesthetics on Ultraman, and Gridman, whereas Gridman series was basing a lot of what it was doing on Ultraman stuff as well, so the Evangelion crossover is just, Hideaki Anno doing first a transliteration of tokusatsu giant monster fight scenes into animation. So it's more taking live action direction into animation that causes that similarity.
Oh, Shnikey.
Yeah, you need to heal.
Whew.
Anna Presencia. What do you think Anna will do for the Shin universe after Kamen Rider? No idea. It's kind of doubtful he would do a Shin Super Sentai as DJ Toku just suggested, and I doubt he can get Gamera's. Okay, I don't doubt that he could get Gamera's license, but I think it's kind of unlikely, considering we already had a Shin Gamera in the Millennium Trilogy, when you think about it. Smorgasbord.
So yeah, that was a pretty challenging fight, when you say, like...
Yeah. And technically, he already did Shin Cutie Honey in the 2000s. Unless you want to take another shot at it. Maybe a Shin Metal Hero.
That would be nice.
Yeah, Shin Gavan, maybe... Oh, wait, technically we already had that with the Next Generation stuff.
Oh yeah, we finally made it to the Fancy Pants Poshling Heights. -5 stars. I was attacked by a giant monster.
Terror of Death. You know what, the Brave franchise is about to hit the big 3-5. I wonder if Sunrise will do anything for it. It would be nice if they finally animated Gao Gaigar versus Better Man.
I think a lot of people want that.
Yeah, I mean, the mangas had been updating pretty consistently as of late.
The light novels have been out for quite a while.
The light novels are done, and it got some higher promotion from Super Robot Wars 30.
Like, honestly, I feel like if anything, like, what the Robot Wars game should really be known for is not just, like, you know, the gameplay, but also just exposing people to shows that they otherwise wouldn't have known about. You know?
Yeah, like us with Cross Age, and really liking that.
Yeah. You know, like, diversifying one's palette.
Yeah, which is why it's just continues to be damn irritating to me how much they emphasize Universal Century stuff, despite Universal Century being constantly in the pop culture zeitgeist. Because there's a lot of things that deserve spotlight in Super Robot Wars, but don't get the time just because so much is focused on promoting Gundam.
Oh man, who is this? It is my dear Luigi. What are you doing at my doorstep, young fellow? Pennington!
DJ Tucker would be very interested to see what Ano would do with Guyver. Yeah, Guyver just needs to conclude, because it's been a decade since I talked about it, but there's so many people who believe that Guyver's writer is going to suffer author existence failure before the series actually finds an ending. Like, I've not exactly engaged with Guyver since I did that review, but it's still going.
Oh no!
I already did Shin Ultraman Eva's Nexus did it first. Nexus was just a continuation of the original timeline stuff, so that's not really a Shin reinterpretation.
What that stone our rude friend stole was fortunately a red herring, a fake.
If you guys recently got the first Guyver movie on Blu-ray recently, but haven't watched it, be thankful, that's the bad one. You want the sequel. You definitely want the sequel. It has David Hayter as the main character. David Hayter is awesome. Not just a Solid Snake. He's a generally good voice actor and script adapter. He wrote a couple of the 2000s X-Men movies. Yes, Terror Death is freaking out in the chat to learn that the Guyver manga is still going.
Like, what? I really like this place.
Eh. Have we seen the teaser trailer to Commodore Black Sun? Yes, and it is very uncomfortable for racist reasons that I really do not think the creators of Black Sun understood. Like, Toei keeps doing this where they come off as fascist and racist with how they depict a lot of things in their material, and it's not fun.
So, by the way...
So we're not engaging with that one.
So, yeah. We need to go into the museum. Inside the museum.
So we are managing to start the next chapter already. Or is this the final climax of that?
Oh, no, we already beat the boss. We're just on our way to getting that crystal star.
Ah.
Oh, come on, you stupid boo.
Anna Prusinskio, what problems did you have exactly with the Black Sun trailer? They're phrasing Shadow Moon's entire faction as a group of Black Lives Matter protesters. Or at least the Japanese equivalent of a bunch of Black Lives Matter protesters. Even though they're officially the villain faction of this story. They're monsters attacking people, and that has really racist connotations.
Alright. We leveled up, that's all I wanted to do. Actually. Got another Shine Sprite. Oh, yeah, that... The irony.
And just to frame this correctly, Ryoga Gotoku 7, aka Yakuza Like a Dragon, they did this same kind of thing correctly in that they made the Bleach Japan protesters completely fascist jackasses with how they were acting to shut down legitimate businesses and control the entire area for their own selfish reasons and to get property values of their stuff up in a region where no one generally wanted to do it. But they were also being manipulated by a government guy who did just to get into fucking office, so they were attacking people on the streets for no reason other than they didn't agree with their views. That's not the same thing as, you know, minorities protesting against violence against them.
So, where are Luigi now?
The nightmare has become reality!
Yeah, we got a badge that lets us, yeah, we took the L on this one. So yeah, you know, the irony of, like, finding a badge that makes us look like Luigi in a chapter where a character kept calling us Luigi.
Yeah. And yes, thank you, Media Hood Reviews, for reminding people that I've been trying to reassert the stop asking us Toku questions thing. So yeah, that was a quick chapter.
Mm-hmm. And well, it also is because we had a handy dandy guide.
Yeah, Alexis's mom brought her remaining stuff over a month or two ago. Yeah. And her guidebook for Thousand Year Door was part of it. Because that guidebook is expensive now.
Oh, very expensive. I'm glad I still had it, you know?
Yeah.
Now we just simply need to get out of here. I also find it kind of cool that in order to find a crystal star, we had to go inside of a painting, which is like a classic Mario thing. Congratulations, Luigi! You found the real crystal star!
Alright, wasn't Peach invisible last time we checked?
Yeah, well, she got better.
Right.
What does the matter with you, idiots? Falling for a fake crystal star? That's asinine!
Is it, though?
Sorry, dude. I mean, sir. So let me guess. This means Mario managed to get the crystal star. Am I gonna say maybe? This mustache menace has nearly every crystal star now. They were mine! I think I'd better alter my plan a bit.
DJ Toku, damn, guidebooks. That's nostalgic. I think I still have my old Kingdom Hearts 2 guidebook around. I do not understand why guidebooks for story-based games, which have all these secret stuff, stop being a thing, because then fans have to just post and you have to hunt through dozens and dozens of threads to find the information you want, or a good online guide from that someone on their own made. It's like, I don't get why they stopped being things. I don't get why publishing companies stopped doing it, aside from the fact that, you know, games with heavy DLC content kind of made it harder to do, is then you have all this extra content their guide doesn't cover. Which honestly might be the reason, but yeah, it's still annoying for games that are just all-in-one releases.
I have struggled with whether to obey orders or to speak to you, and I cannot confirm what I should believe. You don't sound right. What's going on with you? Princess Peach, please escape from this place as quickly as possible. Escape? What do you mean by that? I mean, why all of a sudden the data you procured has been analyzed and something terrible is? No, I will not say if I have found out everything about Sir Brodus' plans.
Yeah, I honestly want Greg Stepelak to be commissioned to not rewrite, but finally do a guide for Battle Networks 1 and 2 to go along with the Legacy Collection, because he wrote the guidebooks for Battle Networks 3 through 6. And I own those guidebooks. I remember I mentioned this back in the Battle Network 4 review, but he's also a riffer now, along with his friend. They do Isle of Ragoon.
Also, the place where you're currently in prison. This is the moon! Bum.
Yeah, he's also... Greg Stepelak is also a regular on Linkara's streams. So if you guys want to pop over there next time he's on one of Lewis's streams, I think they're doing another Among Us night, so we might be over to that. You guys might want to head over there to ask him some questions about that.
So yeah.
Like, I personally can't, because whenever Linkara streams were working, so I can only watch the replays. Kaijin Cane Sword Kaijin. Here's a question. Why can't Sega and Nintendo make a straight up Sonic versus Mario game instead of a minigame based series? I mean, how else are they gonna challenge each other without just making a straight up fight? That'd be boring.
Oh, Tech, you miserable machine. We all know what you're up to, traitor. Sir Brodus, in my most paranoid moments, I never thought my own computer would betray me.
Media Hood Reviews. Outdoor question. Would you be interested in doing a podcast, or would that be too much on your already busy schedule? Too much. I'm already struggling as it is with stuff.
We're taking the computer offline. Fail sent. I love you. Deletion complete. Well, fudge.
HF5's lost interest in Linkara a few years ago. Okay, it's just like... Lewis was one of the few content creators that kept me sane during the pandemic, considering I was working so much. Because, you know, pay bonuses throughout all of that. And it's not like Patreon is helping me that much right now. Hint, hint. Terror of Death. 1-1, no!
Yeah.
I understood that reference.
I've got no crystal stars. I can't find Princess Peach. Twilight Town was, well, it wasn't exactly glorious. What's going on here? This keeps up Mario's gonna steal everything from my grasp as usual.
HJ5s, weren't you on some podcast for another channel years ago? Patricia Miranda, yeah, she's asked me a few times in more recent years to go on it, but either I'm a bad fit for it, because the last one she asked to be on for was her anniversary stream, which I couldn't be on because I was working. And the one before that was one about, what was it? Studio Ghibli movies, and I wasn't interested in being part of that one because I have a overall negative opinion of Hayao Miyazaki as a person. And that my dislike of him as a person kind of feeds over into his professional work, so I didn't want to have them deal with that baggage.
So we got another Bowser stage.
DJ Toku, betrayed by your computer? That usually involves browser histories in some way.
Like, dang it. No! No! I just had to get the meat.
At least you have infinite lives. The fire's not gonna keep you down. He's a fire dragon turtle. He's basically bad Chimera.
Heh.
Which is something no one has ever said before.
Oh man, I can't wait for Chimera Ed. Yeah, that's right. Imagine Chimera with the Princess Peach crown for.
Why would you put that in my head?
Because Davis, don't you understand that I'm evil?
You lived with her for 4 years, Davis.
And you're just now learning that I'm evil?
I knew you were evil, but just not that evil. Kaijin, Cane Sword Kaijin. I don't know why I keep wanting to say King Kaijin. The meat has betrayed me!
Yeah, we win. World 3-2, blah, 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 blah. Because when in doubt, like, make a sexy monster girl.
We're sorry, Bowser. The princess is in another castle. John just yelled from off screen, see how you liked it.
Look at the wall behind you! Hello, yes, a crystal star!
It's a fake.
They don't know that. Freeze, chumps! Don't tell me you don't know the famous Rock Hawk! You little punk weasel, you forget these muscles? You forgot this hugeness? You clear my secret training facility, not too shabby!
Why do you need a secret training facility? Do you really need...
Are you questioning the wrestling chicken man?
Yes.
You're about to get rocked. Get it? Rock your world. And Rock is also a mystical bird.
He's gonna rock you like a hurricane.
Yeah, get it? Oh! He just got squished. The crystal star! Huh? Bowser's just not having a good day.
Peace. You thought it was a crystal star, but it was I, Dio!
Imagine like a Mario anime where Bowser was voiced by Dio.
Eh. Do we know who the Japanese voice cast for the upcoming Mario movie is?
No idea. But I'm pretty sure it's all Chris Pratt.
Everything's Chris Pratt. Eventually we'll all be voiced by Chris Pratt.
But no one wants to be voiced by Chris Pratt, not even Chris Pratt.
I know where I'm being held. I'm on the moon, yes, the moon that floats out in space. I've learned something even more horrifying. In order to resurrect the monster spirit, they need my...
They need her cakes. They're her delicious, delicious cakes. Which she never actually provides to anyone. Because she keeps getting kidnapped.
Also, look at this.
They need to do a mirror joke. Wait, who is this imposter? I, Luigi, am not that ugly.
It's like, fake? You're the only fake around here.
I'll make you eat those words. Media Hood reviews. It was me, Barry. I replaced the crystal star.
It was me, Barry. It was me all along.
Peace. Insert Spider-Man pointing meme here. Well, they kind of need 3 Luigis to really do the Spider-Man pointing meme. Okay, that's the other Spider-Man pointing meme, I should clarify. During the cow was asking about your thoughts about the recent Fire Emblem Engage announcement.
I'm I'm not a huge fan of the new hero design. Everybody keeps calling it like Colgate.
The one that looks like Paradix.
Oh yeah, yeah, with the red and blue and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. It's but the presence, the gimmick of the game seems to be very anniversary-ish. You know?
Yeah. You need a giant boot. Or to jump on it from above.
The magical door of exposition.
HJ5, was the Fire Emblem announcement the one with the red-blue haired girl, or that was that another game? Yeah, that was it. That was the one.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Engage.
Yeah, the one that unintentionally looks like Kamen Rider Paradox, level 99.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the next crystal star, the moon. We have to go visit the Moona Knights.
And steal their cheese.
So how do we exactly get to the moon?
Well, considering Bowser keeps sending us up there, we should see if he has a spaceship. Come on, how many Mario games, thanks to Bowser, are set in space these days?
Let's see. Here. Oh, so remember this thing from like way earlier in the game?
Vaguely. Ah! Hey, now I can hit it enough. Hard enough.
But look, the Ultra Hammer!
Will the Ultra Hammer allow you to hit that giant switch?
I think so.
Super Sentai family, did all your Rockman.exe video reviews get taken down by YouTube? No, only a few of them got a content strike on them, but I took down the rest just for safety because that was my second strike. So I couldn't risk them remaining on the channel. I will be reforming them as still frame videos for the most part, and then putting them in compilations instead of reposting every single one of them individually.
Okay, there is one thing we can do. There is a little bit, we're going to take a small little detour from going on to the next chapter because there's a side quest we can do.
Yeah, it would probably make more sense considering almost at 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that Poochie?
Nope.
He actually did make it home.
It's Mrs. Mouse.
The chat is going crazy about the ways that Mario can go to the moon. I'm just thinking, Planet Express ship. Here, let's do the countdown. 10, 9. Okay, we're here.
Right?
Metered reviews. Last question for them. Any thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder? We've not seen it.
I don't know.
Though we know that that's right around where the Marvel visual effects team started to be ridiculously overworked, so a lot of the effects from the movie are unfinished. And were not better when it went on to Disney Plus streaming.
Stupid.
Alright, you can get to the moon through using a series of tubes. It's the perfect mathematical plan.
No, it isn't.
Quick warp connects to everywhere.
Yep, that's what I was doing.
Yeah. I realized that the second we popped over here.
Yep, because we need to go to Hooknail's castle to complete that little side quest.
Yeah.
Dash, Yoshi! Run like the wind! I didn't have to kill it, but I really wanted that fire flower.
HG5 takes wrong pipe and ends up on Mars.
It's like, how did I get here?
Immediate reviews. Just make sure to close the port to hell when they get there.
Mario fights hell.
I thought that was just Kaizo Mario.
Am
I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Or worse, any, shoot, what's the guy's name? Dude, he's a Game Grumps contributor, or was a Game Grumps contributor. Ross! Any Mario level created by Ross.
Stupid Chandler.
Anna, I cannot pronounce that. You joke about hell, but for the last decade, the last location to say Mario games was hell. Yeah, fair.
Fair. Like, why are we always going to hell? Why can't we just go to heaven and have a nice time?
Nightopia Fox Girl. East? I thought you said Weast. Yeah, you knew where that was going.
Yeah.
There's a Simpsons joke for people who don't catch that. Classic Simpsons.
That was SpongeBob.
That was... Oh, I swear they used it in Simpsons too. Oh no, yeah, it was a Patrick bit.
Yep.
Feels like something Homer would do, though.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Terror of Death is surprised no one's reacting to my Mega Man Legends joke about Mega Man Voltnet being stuck on the moon. Yeah, I didn't get that one. I've never played Mega Man Legends.
Oh, yeah,
But the one where he gets stuck on the moon at the very least. Unfortunately for him, the moon will always be there.
God, fudging. This is why, like, side questing can be hard in these old games, because you just want to get to a place and keep running across the weaker level.
Yeah, and then you get just stuck in the battles.
Get out of here, you damn...
Out damn spot. Yeah, they weren't kidding about a huge restock. Basically half the stuff that's been on order forever from them.
What's going on?
USA Gundam Store just advertised their biggest restock ever, and not kidding, more than half the store that's had stuff out of stock since forever finally came in.
Finally?
Yeah.
Still mad at them, though.
Yeah, no, completely understandable. Hey, Cancer Kaiju, why is it that when you run away, you lose coins?
As punishment, I guess? I mean, maybe it's a metaphor for, like, how when we run away from our problems, it costs us more to, like, run away than it means to fight. Blah, blah, blah. Also, I'm rich right now, so I can run.
Not like you're using the money for much.
Yep.
You're just rerunning the entire castle.
Well, yeah, I just need to get that one thing from the stupid dragon room, and now I can just get the spies out of here.
Yeah.
This is why Yoshis are beneficial. See, it's not abuse as long as the Yoshi consents.
Are you a Yoshi? Yes, Goku, I'm a Yoshi.
I'm a great fucking dinosaur. Can I ride you?
Terradeath recently just rewatched the Didact retrospective and was asking my thoughts on Code Lyoko. I liked Code Lyoko aside from just the English opening theme, because the English opening theme their remix is awful, frankly. I liked how the original series ended. For the most part, it didn't exactly answer everything, but it answered what it needed to. I'm not been a fan of the live-action revival of it, though. I think it should have just stayed as a animated revival. I could have sworn I put my thoughts of Code Lyoko in a different video, but I guess I missed it. Yeah, I believe all of Code Lyoko's animated incarnation is available on YouTube, so that's easy for anyone to look up. HJ5s, there's a live action one? Yeah, it's from a few years ago. It was not good. Like, it actually continued the story, so it was not a reboot. It just starting to put the show in live action made a lot of the stylistic elements for the show not really work.
Like, it made them, like, more uncanny than they already were.
Yeah, like, they kept the Lyoko parts in that previous CGI format, and they made the character of William, who had gotten digitized for a while, a main part of the group, so, you know, he finally got to use his abilities as part of the team, but it just, like, continuing the story was fine. The acting, though, and the presentation of it was not. Also, it invented a human antagonist to make a bunch of the, stuff with the evil AI program Xana they were fighting become more complicated. And people are kind of mixed on that because it rolled into all the backstory stuff that was revealed over the series and not in great ways. Who is that menacing masked mouse?
We just recruited a mouse. This mouse joined your party.
Huh.
He is the item finder.
So side quest done?
Yep, side quest is done. Just going to see if I can power up anybody.
Shazibi.
Tazumi!
Shazikskib.
I think there's like a side quest where you can get everybody to another tier of power, but
HJ5's, I think more older TV shows should just be put up on YouTube if they probably aren't being sold anywhere. I know, right? Like, some form of accessibility. To be fair, some of them have gotten that treatment. Old episodes of Garfield and Friends are on YouTube. Extreme Ghostbusters is on YouTube. But that's because of, like, licensing crap where they can't be distributed anymore, or the rights owners themselves are doing the distributions. a lot of people are just holding on to the rights for no reason other than they can, and they want to hoard it, and they want to not even make peripheral money from it.
So, okay, we're very close to ending things, so let me just get to the point where, like, the special warp pipe that we need. Oh, and our next location is called the Far Outpost.
Of course it is. And we're at the chapter flag.
Yep. Mario shoots the moon.
Of course, because of course it'd be snowing on the moon. I mean, why wouldn't it be? We're not actually on the moon yet.
No, we're not. Yeah.
Yeah, so get to a safe point and end it.
Yep.
I would constantly botch those.
Yep. This is Showstopper. Insta kill.
Show's over.
Come on. Keep going right. There it is.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so there's what we're calling it for the day, people.
Yep.
As said,
That was a nice stream.
yeah, as I said, if I can't come up with something good for a stream, I might, and since I'm getting stalled on getting Xenogears done, I might just skip a week for my stuff before we get other stuff in to do stuff with. I'm using the word stuff a lot, unfortunately. Thank you for coming by. We will not be back to Paper Mario until November because we've got a thing planned for October, which we're not spoiling yet, as I said before. Thank you for coming by.